Hello, hey everyone. Can you hear me, guys? Is my voice audible, guys? Hello, hi Bharat. Thanks for joining. Anyone else can confirm? Hello, hi everyone. Thanks for joining. Let's wait for just 1 or 2 minutes. Some more people can join. Hi Ajay. Hi Sunil. We'll just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Today also the format is plain notepad format, no PPT. Okay, it doesn't matter. We just need to discuss things, right? So let me write here data science discussion or knowledge test, whatever we call it. Data science discussion. Okay, so whoever has joined, welcome guys. Okay, that's great, Ajay. Ajay learned today how to deploy model in Heroku. That's very good. So from Heroku now you can, the first thing is you would have got some idea of how the deployment happens, right? If in case you did not do it before. So if you are using Django, Flask, Heroku kind of thing, it's a simple kind of deployment. So it will give you a heads up to how to go about little complicated deployment also. So those things you can try. Bharat is asking, is this session every Saturday, Sunday, or how? Now the format is every Saturday. Previously it was on Thursday. Okay. So let's start, guys, and we can discuss some Q&A later. Okay. So just press a like button. If you press like, what happens is recommendation goes to others. And people who have joined, can you just I mean, who will be watching later, you can watch in 2x because you are not participating in live discussion. So that way you will save some time. Anyway, so let's start. And I want you to identify some of the signs in statistics. Okay. So what happens is many a times some statistics formula come to you, and X and mu and sigma and many things will be written, right? So let's discuss some of the common things that you see. So what is mu? You have to tell me. What is X bar? You have to tell me. What is the meaning of this? You have to tell me. Okay. What is the meaning of this? Tell me. What is the meaning of this? Tell me. I can add more, but I will not add. I don't want to confuse you. So what is the meaning of all these things when you see in statistics? So for example, if I say what is mu, what is the answer for that? In statistics, the meaning of mu is, for example, population mean, right? Population mean. Population mean. Okay. This will be sample mean. Okay. What is third one? Third one. Meaning of this when you see something like this in some research paper or somewhere. This is nothing but it tells you normally distributed data with these properties, right? Normally distributed data, and whatever you see in bracket, those are the properties. Okay. Normally distributed data, okay, with, you know, right, mu is mean and sigma is standard deviation, correct? What is the next one? This one. Have you seen something like this before? This is a P in case you're not able to interpret. Yes, correlation coefficient. My phone is disturbing me, just a moment. This is your correlation coefficient, okay? And which correlation? Spearman rank or Pearson? And what is this one, last one? Second last and last one, you can tell me. So this is basically Pearson correlation, right? And this is expectation of X, or you can say expected value of X, right? Yes, this is Pearson correlation, not Spearman rank correlation, Pearson correlation, okay? So I have included few, but you can have a look at more. For example, what is S, or what is S square, or what is the meaning of probability of A given B, what is the meaning of probability of A intersection B, what is the meaning? Multiple things can be here, right? So what happens is, if if it's in your mind, what is the meaning of what, you um, you will understand the formulas easily, okay, and you will not spend a lot of time in that. So let's go to the next one. And here I want to take one topic of deep learning. So for example, have you heard of something known as computational graph in deep learning? Computational graph. If you have heard, what is the meaning of this? And again, one interview question. What is this and how it, I mean, usability of this? Do you know? We can take the questions later, Junaid. Let's discuss these one by one. So anybody aware of computational graph in deep learning, or basically in graph, what happens in graph? Just any graph, if you see some kind of graph, what may be happening in this, for example? So this term itself is tells computational, right? So the meaning of computational is there will be a series of operations, series of mathematical computation that will happen in this graph. Okay. So for example, if there are two features A and B, or two variables for simplicity, you can say, in this graph, some calculation may be going on. I mean, in this node, some calculation may be going on. In this node, some calculation may be going on. So don't confuse this with the neurons. These are not neurons. Computational graph is a different concept which makes the mathematical calculation very, very simple. Okay, not simple, fast and parallel, I will say. Okay, and all of you know that in deep learning algorithms, we need to do a lot of mathematics, right? So computational graphs are quite useful in that. So if somebody asks you tomorrow in the interview, you can say that it's a graphical representation of a series of operation in which multiple mathematical operations are done to make it fast or to make it parallel. You got what I'm saying? So that is a concept. Whenever any complex mathematical operations are needed, then we need these kind of things. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this one is from Python. So in Python, you will see many times, maybe you would have used also, there is something called a join. Okay, normally you will see this getting used as dot join. Do you know what is the use of this or how it is used? I'm sure you would have seen somewhere. This is a very common thing used. What is the usability of this? Join in Python. So I will just say in Python. It is used to merge two data frames. I think I will slightly disagree with that. Asutosh Pandey is saying it is used to merge two data frames. Two data frames merging is merge, right? Two data frames merging, if I'm not wrong, it is merge merge. Gautam is saying to make a list to a string. Usability is one thing, but how this is used? I mean, what is the? Can you give me one example how this will work? Combined data. Combined data is fine. Can you give me one example? So, for example, I will write here connector dot join. Okay, and I will say iterable. Now tell me what can be in connector, what can be in iterable. What can be in connector and what can be in iterable? Any example? No, join different tables is not what join does. So if you mean to say join different tables, then in pandas, I remember it is pd.merge. So this will do, if you're not getting an idea, this will do something like this. For example, if you have a, let's say a list where H is there, E is there, okay, L is there. Okay, I'm just trying to give you an example because you're not giving L and O. Okay, so this becomes your iterable. And let's say you define your connector as a blank value. Okay, so now what you can do is you can just join all these things to create your string as hello. Okay, so you can say connector dot join iterable, that will give output as hello. So yes, to combine multiple entries in an iterable, but in a different way. So quite useful, this concept in Python. Many a times it's useful. If you're not able to think of any example, let's say you have you extract kind of customer data, customer first name last name kind of thing, you can simply join it to create the full name. Many applications can be there. Okay, so here we are discussing about Python dot join, one simple but pretty important thing. Okay, and use it, try to use it if you're not using it. One more simple concept from Python. Have you heard of something known as docstring? Can you tell me what is the use of this? Can you tell me what is the use of docstring in Python? Anybody? All these things I'm sure you would have heard, but sometimes we tend to kind of forget. Okay, so if you attend these kind of sessions, the chances of forgetting will be less, and somebody can throw these in the interview or any discussions or anywhere, right? Yes, Asutosh is saying document Python modules or functions or any kind of what to say, classes or any kind of modules or functions. Okay, and here you can use, in case you are not using help, that module or whatever that function you are using, and other way of using it is underscore doc, if I'm not wrong, underscore doc. So whether it is Python inbuilt things or your own things, you can use this doc string to create a kind of help documentation or some supporting document kind of stuff from this. So how these things can come to you is they may ask you indirectly, okay, in some of the interviews. So for example, you will say that in random forest I don't remember all the parameters. So they will say I also don't remember, but there is a way to find out. So then you will, they are trying to ask if you have idea on this. Okay, so be on top of this. Interview formats have changed because of many fake profiles all around. Okay, thanks everybody who has just joined. Can you please go ahead and press the like button so that other people can join as well. So what I was saying is interview formats have changed because many fake profiles in market, all of you know that. And that is the reason they will try to understand what is your understanding of various concepts from implementation point of view. Like they will ask you how data analyst is different from data scientist. Now this answer, uh, one person can give in one way, other person can give in other way. But what is your grip on the concept, right? That tells how good your answer can be. Okay, so question is very simple. For example, data analyst versus data scientist, and all we are 20 people here. So 20 people can answer this in 20 different ways, but how you answer it is your understanding of concepts. So that is why keep brushing up your concepts. Anyway, let's go to the next question. Here I want to ask you, what are the important layers in CNN? Can you tell me important layers in CNN? One deep learning question, just to have some variation here. Important layers in CNN, can you tell me? I think 3-4 important layers which CNN should have. So CNN, convolution neural network I'm talking about. Okay. Important layers. For example, one layer must be convolution, you know that. Okay. What else? Fully connected, definitely fully connected. Thanks, Kumar Rajesh, for saying that. Max pull and pooling, I will say here. And then I will say some kind of activation. Am I right? So the funda here to understand is how simple CNN can be built. I mean, if you don't do pooling, if you don't do activation, if you don't do fully connected, then your model may not make sense at all, right? If I talk of CNN model. So what are some of the important layers of CNN? What it does is what we need to know, at least basic. If we say that we have not worked in CNN model, that's totally fine. But as a data scientist, high level, what are important layer, what it does. Okay, I think you are getting the idea why I'm bringing these questions. Okay, not all of us has worked in CNN model, I mean, but don't be afraid. Know the at least high level funda. Okay. Okay, now I want to ask you one more technical stuff. This I have created a video also, but just to check your understanding. Generative versus discriminative machine learning. Give some example or some concept of how it works. Generative versus discriminative. How it will work differently. So for example, if it's a classification task. There are images of cats and dogs. So how generative model will learn and how discriminative model will learn? In simple language. So here we will not make anything complicated, in simple language. So if we have to understand how discriminative model will learn is, it will try to see how cat nose is different from dog nose. Okay, is different from dog nose. Okay, and what happens in generative model is, it will try to learn how cat nose looks like. Okay, and it will try to learn how dog nose looks like. Did you get the difference between the learning pattern of these two models? So here it is trying to find the differentiating factor between cat nose and dog nose. Here it is trying to find out how this looks and how this looks. So this is a kind of generalization of learning, right? So how I'm learning this pattern. So this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. And here it is like how to differentiate between these two. So this is, kind of machine learning concepts, how model learning behavior is internally. You got the difference? Give me a yes. Okay, so if you got the difference, then let's move to interesting question. Okay, so this is one puzzle that I put, and this will test your little bit of mathematics and little bit of analytical abilities. Okay, not difficult, simple one only. So if your clock time is 3:15, okay, 3:15, then what is the angle between your hours and minutes? So if I make this 3 will be somewhere here, right? I'm sorry. Let's divide it, then it will be better. 1, 2, 3. You guys can start thinking. I'm just drawing it so that 5, 6. I think I have made little smaller here. 6, and then here 11. And then 12. Okay, so this way you can, I think my bars are little here and there, but you can think like 3:15, what will be the angle between hours, this thing, and minutes, this. So how did you come to the conclusion? Can you tell me, Asutosh? Somebody is saying 7.5, somebody is saying 45. What is right? The question is at 3:15, what is the angle between hours clock and minutes clock? Zero degree. $75. One more answer. How? If you are saying an answer, can you tell me the logic for that? Yes, cat questions, analytical abilities questions. You can just think like. See, 315 we are talking about here, right? So let's not put many things here. Let's put only few things so that we don't confuse. 12, okay, 3, okay, 6, okay, 9. Am I right? Okay. Then when the 3 happens, when the 3 happens, then this is your, let's say 315 I'm talking about. This is your minutes, and the red one is your hours. This is your hours. Red one is your hours and this is your minutes. So we have to compute this angle. Okay. Now what is the total? 360 degrees. What is in 1/4 from here to here or from here to here? Right? 90 degree, right? And what is in between? So you have to reduce it by 3, right? 30 degree for every hour. For every hour, how much degree clock is moving? 30 degree. So now, I mean, hours thing. Now it has moved 1/4 of that. So how much will it move? 7.5 degree. So this 7.5 degree is this angle, according to me. Keep it very simple. For every hour, how much degree clock will move? 360 divided by 12 is equal to 30. Okay. Which means for every 15 minutes, clock will move how much? 30 divided by 4. That is nothing but 7.5. Hence, clock will move 7.5 ahead of your minutes, this thing. You got what I'm saying? So the angle is 7.5. Okay. So I have two non-technical things to discuss. One is, if you know anybody who has got impacted from the recent layoffs, or if you are seeing in post LinkedIn, etc., that I got layoff, I got I'm impacted by this, then you can go to LinkedIn and search for hashtag layoffs kind of thing. And many of the people in startups and many of the people in different kind of companies are hiring, because all these guys are from good companies, right? All these guys are from Meta or Twitter or some good organization. So they are technically good people. So maybe somebody in your network may be hiring these people. Okay, so try to help as many people as you can. Just search with hashtag layoff. Okay, people will be posting that I'm hiring people who have been laid off. So just try to help as many people as you can. Just keep commenting on the posts or share it within your network. And because people who are in USA and all, they have very little time to get the job. Okay, because their visa dependency is there. So they are at a kind of critical position. So if you and me can help, that will be great. Okay, so try to see if somebody is hiring for layoffs people, and bring the person together with somebody who has been kind of fired. Okay, another thing, 17 people are there. I want your opinion on one thing, guys. See, I have my network where I have people. What I want to ask you is, what kind of videos you want me to create? Okay, so I will give you some options. See, in my network, I have people who are little junior. Okay, little junior, I will say, little junior and new data scientists. Okay, new data scientists, which means they are they studied and they became data scientist. Experience wise they are little junior, but obviously they have things to talk, like their experience, their interview, etc. So I can talk to these people and I can take their learnings, etc., and upload those videos on YouTube. This is one category. Other category is uh, let's say senior. Okay, senior people in industry for long time, senior people in industry for long time. So that is also my network. Many people are there who has seen the migration of how data science has evolved over the years. Okay, uh, how it was before, how it is now, how the landscape is changing, how the hiring is happening, what people need in hiring, what kind of projects are there, what kind of timelines are there, what kind of delivery models are there, what are the challenges on the ground. So this is other flavor. So you will get senior, looking at perspective from senior people's lens. Okay, and third category I want to put here is I also have my network in very good organizations. For example, there are people I know in Meta or Google or um, Microsoft or Amazon, not only in India but outside India also. I know many people, USA, UK, Australia. So what these people can talk is, these people can talk on how can you clear these companies interview, how analytics is different here than others, and what should you study, how you should go about it. So there are three categories. Now, what kind of people do you think I should interview and you will get benefited? Give me your feedback and opinion. Anybody who is watching this video later, they can also give that. But you guys are live, so you can tell me, like, what do you think will be most beneficial for you? So all of these can be give a different perspective of things to you. Okay. All three are good. Yes, all three are good. I understand, but I want to uh, prioritize, let's say, one category. Then which category you want me to prioritize? Because all this is kind of for you guys only. Okay, so Sai and Himanshu are saying junior people with 1-2 years of experience. How did they change the job, or how did they, what difficulties they faced in the interview? These kind of things. So some feedback is around this one. Okay, so if I call it 1, 2, 3. So obviously these categories of people are useful in telling you how the interviews will happen, or what difficulties they faced, how did they build the project. Those things we can discuss. But I'm sure many of you people will be wanting to get a job in not some normal kind of companies, right? I mean, you want to move one step ahead in your career, right? So I think this category is also very, very useful. Okay. So I will do one thing. I will try to keep a mix and match. Okay. I mean, also it depends on their availability as well, right? So I will try to keep you guys are also giving some mixed kind of response, right? So mix and match, I will try to keep. Okay. And I will try to keep it. Shall I record a live session, or shall I record it in the Zoom and put it later? What do you think? I mean, should I do a live with them, or should I record in Zoom and put it later? I think recording separately and putting it later is better. What do you think? But in live session, not live, there are few issues. One is, see, time zones will be different for people, right? So You can join, I can join, but it has to be for, you know, accommodative to people who are joining, like you guys in live, and accommodative to my time and that person's time. So if it's possible to do live, I will try to do. If not, I will try to record it and, you know, put it later. So I know some of the people who are at a very core technical position in Google India, you know, cloud security head kind of person. So those guys will be able to give you a lot of experience on things. Dharmraj is asking, can you make one video for senior people how to get data science job? Obviously, so that is what I have one more session after this. So just 20 minutes after this, there is another live session on YouTube planned, okay, where I'll be specifically discussing about how to get your first data science job. No matter what is your experience, no matter what is your background. I mean, there will be a different approach for that. Okay, so if you are a 5-year experienced person, or if you are a 15-year experienced person, your approach will be different. I will talk in that session. Okay, so let me summarize this session, what all we discussed. So first we discussed some statistical concepts, then we discussed few things in deep learning, few things in Python, and I told you about CNN and how to answer the interview question. Then we saw some machine learning concepts, then some puzzles, and I discussed some common topics. So I hope you like this video, guys. Give me a comment if you like this video, and please share with your friends, and if you think somebody can get benefited. Okay, and see you all in another 20 minutes on same YouTube live, where I will discuss about how you can go, you know, non-traditional way of job hunting. Okay, so the traditional way of job hunting is kind of, in current scenario, may not be very fruitful, so you may have to take an alternate approach. We will discuss that. So thanks everyone for joining. See you all in the next session. Thanks, Imansu. Thanks for joining, everyone.